Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Today I am going to be talking about my March TBR. In this video, I'm going to be showing more books than I will probably actually read in March, but I do not really like to have an exact plan. I just like to have some options that I might be able to pick up, so we're going to list a bunch of books and I'll hopefully read some of them. The first book on my TBR is Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. This is the fourth book in the Stormlight Archive. I've been reading this for a couple of weeks now, which is really slow for me, but this book has been really slow. I'm like 2/3 of the way through now. Hopefully I'll finish it soon because I'm about to put it down and pick something else up instead and then read this later, but that never goes well for me because then I wait like 2 months before I pick things up again. So I'm going to give this a couple more shots and then I might pick something else up instead. But yeah, this. Next book on my TBR is one that you saw last month and you'll probably see a ton of other times, and that would be Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. I've been trying to read this book since like October. I am halfway through. I have not picked it up in many months, but ideally I would like to finish this book at some point. It just also is kind of slow and long, so we'll see if I pick this up this month. Probably not, but maybe. The next book that I kind of want to pick up in March would be The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker. This book is the first book in a trilogy called the Tide Child trilogy, and it's about these people that build ships out of dragon bones, and then like I think a new dragon is spotted and they have to go after them. I don't know. This cover is beautiful. It has boats and piratey vibes, so I am all in and I really want to pick it up, but I also like shouldn't be starting too many more series, but it's also only a trilogy, so I feel like that hardly counts, so we'll see. Next book that I want to read in March is Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Ames or Eames. I don't know. I'm going with Ames. This book is about this band of like retired warriors who have to join back together for one last quest. There are only 2 books in the series so far, so I also feel like this doesn't count as me starting a new series without finishing the old ones, and I really want to pick this up. I might pick this up next. We'll see. The next book that I might pick up in March would be Mortal Sins by Eileen Wilkes. This is the 5th book in the World of the Lupi series. I am not sure if I want to continue with the series just because like I haven't read it in a little bit and I'm not really sure that I care too much about it. Like, not enough to pick it back up. We'll see. So I'm going to read this book, which I already own, and then make my decision about the series based on this. So I haven't been too motivated to pick it up. It's pretty short, though, so maybe I'll pick it up this month and make my decision about the series. Next book that I might pick up in March would be The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the second book in the Kingkiller Chronicles, and I read the first book like a couple of years ago, and I've been meaning to pick this one up, but as you all know, third book is still not out, so it's a little bit hard to be motivated. But this would let me cross the list off of series that I'm not caught up on, and it's only one book to do that, so we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully I will be responsible and read this. We'll see. The next book that I want to read in March is going to be Ghost Story by Jim Butcher. This is the 13th book in the Dresden Files series, which I really love. The only reason that I haven't picked this up already is because of Rhythm of War, honestly, and that I read a bunch of Dresden Files in a row, and I didn't want to get like too bogged down in it, so hopefully this month I'll pick this up. Pretty excited for it, but I do not have any more after this in my possession, and they are not at my local half-price books, so I'm going to have to hunt them down. I found some on eBay, but we'll see. So I'm not sure if I want to start this yet, because what if it ends in a way that I really have to pick up the next book and then I don't have it and I have to wait multiple weeks for it to show up from eBay. So we'll see. I guess like honorable mentions for the TBR that I want to read, assuming that I get them, so I do not actually have these yet, would be the new S.A. Chakraborty book, The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. I think it's The Adventures. I could be wrong. I ordered that from Book of the Month. Not a sponsor. Again, obviously. And that should be here soon. So I may pick that up also because it is just one book. One book. There's not a whole series, just one book. So I might pick that up. And then I also ordered The Bridge Kingdom from Pango, which is also not a sponsor. And that, I don't know when that will be here, because Pango, it can be a little bit slower just because, like, it's just media mail and somebody random from the internet is shipping it to me. So I don't know when that's going to get here, but I really want to pick that up. Like, I might pick that up as soon as it gets here because I read a sample on my Kindle and it's so good. It started so well. I'm very excited. So that one. I also plan to read Secret Project 1 as soon as I get it, but I haven't gotten it yet, and I don't know if it's going to make it in March or not based on what they're saying with sort of the delays. So that one is also sort of like depending on when it shows up on my doorstep. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, everybody. Bye.